everyone. I'm Avni Madani, and I'm a sophomore at Saratoga High School. So I'll be talking about a website I developed called thehealthybeat.org today. And it's a website relating to the nutrition and health of the South Asian community. So I will be discussing this website in the context of diabetes. So first, let's look at a quick background. What is diabetes? Diabetes is a chronic condition when the body cannot produce enough insulin or cannot use that insulin. Insulin is required to transport glucose from the bloodstream to the cells of the body for energy. The ineffectiveness of insulin means glucose remains circulating in the blood, and high levels of glucose can cause damage to many tissues in the body, including the eyes, the livers, the hearts, and the kidney. And diabetes is one of the largest health emergencies of the 21st century. It has a very large social and economic impact. And the three main types of diabetes are gestational diabetes, type 1 diabetes, and type 2 diabetes. Gestational diabetes, however, only affects pregnant women, and therefore I won't be discussing it in great depth since it has a very minimal impact. So let's look at the types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, 5 to 10% cases of diabetes are type 1 diabetes. It's an autoimmune disease in which the body's defense system attacks the insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. The cause is still not fully understood, and it mainly affects young adults and children. Type 2 diabetes, however, is more common. 90+% of diabetes cases are type 2 diabetes. The causes include excess body weight, physical inactivity, and poor nutrition. However, it can be cured or controlled by a healthy diet, increased physical activity, and the maintenance of a normal body weight. So let's look at diabetes worldwide and why I say diabetes is an epidemic. In 2015, there were 415 million people with diabetes. So if we were to take all the people with diabetes and put them in a country, it would be the third largest country in the world. There are 5 million adults who die from diabetes each year, and there are only 1.5 million adults who die from HIV/AIDS, 1.5 million who die from tuberculosis, and 0.6 million who die from malaria. So this shows how diabetes has more death than HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria combined. However, diabetes is especially a sweeping epidemic for the Indian population. India is #1 in the number of adults who are pre-diabetics. There are 37 million adults in India who are pre-diabetics. In my mind, if we can stop these adults from becoming diabetics, we have done our job. India is also #2 in the number of adults with diabetes. There are 69 million adults in India with diabetes. This is larger than the population of some European countries. India is also #2 in the number of children with type 1 diabetes and #2 in the number of diabetes-related deaths. However, India is not even in the top 10 in diabetes-related spending. Since India does have a shortage of resources, it is our job to step in and help the stop of the diabetes epidemic in India. So, is diabetes a curable epidemic? In my mind, the answer is yes. So 90% of diabetes patients suffer from type 2 diabetes, which occurs because of an unhealthy lifestyle. Type 2 diabetes can be cured or controlled by a healthy diet, increased physical activity, and maintenance of a normal body weight. But what are the challenges facing India right now? The first is nutrition knowledge. Most people don't know the composition of the food they eat and its effects on the body. They love their malai kofta, but they don't know the amount of carbs, proteins, and especially fat in this food. However, we can't really blame the Indian population for the lack of nutrition knowledge. Even in America, from kindergarten through 12th grade, I'd say there's approximately 3 hours spent in school on nutrition, which is very minimal because nutrition is something that affects our daily lives to such a great extent. Additionally, there's a lack of understanding of English from many people who control the kitchen, and there's no comprehensive data available for the nutrition values of Indian foods in both Hindi and English. So this is where my website, thehealthybeat.org, comes into play. It is the first website of its kind to be developed in both English and Hindi. It helps the Indian community understand the importance of a balanced diet, nutritional knowledge, and a healthy lifestyle. It's the largest database of the nutritional values of Indian foods in both Hindi and English, with approximately 500 items. So let's look at one of the portions of this website, the nutritional knowledge in a local language. So, as you can see, there's nutritional knowledge available in Hindi, and this will hopefully help people understand what they're eating and why they're eating it. This has implications for the diabetic population because many diabetics do not understand that carbohydrates is a main source of glucose in the bloodstream. They need to understand that the carbohydrate intake has to be cut down in order to control diabetes. However, the South Asian diet is so heavy and rich in carbohydrates. If you see, roti and rice are a staple on our food plates, and these are very rich in carbohydrates. Additionally, the Healthy Beat has a large database of nutritional values of foods in both Hindi and English. Whether you want kesari bhat or kanvi, you've got it. It has the proteins, the carbohydrates, the dietary fiber, and the fat for all of these foods in both Hindi and English. It also has popular Indian foods and the exercise times required with different exercises to burn off the calories. This will hopefully give people a sense of understanding between the calories consumed and the calories burnt. For example, if you eat one samosa, you'd have to walk approximately 1 hour to burn it off. The Healthy Beat has been endorsed by the Diabetic Association of India. The Diabetic Association of India is the largest diabetic institution in India with over 41 branches all over the country and 12,000 members. If you look at the bottom right of their page, the Healthy Beat is linked on their homepage. So in conclusion, diabetes is an epidemic that can be cured by changing lifestyle or diet. A lack of information and nutritional knowledge is a big handicap, but the Healthy Beat helps raise nutritional awareness. And thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys can spread this to your family and friends so we can come together to cure the epidemic.